Welcome to your winter solstice reading, and this is going to be for the season starting on December 21st, 21. So you have this 12, 21, 21 numbers going on here. You got the 12 and the 21, which is very much a mirrored effect. Plus 1 plus 2 is 3, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So you got a 3, and a 3. So 3 threes. Huge amount of creativity that's going to be coming around this winter solstice. So I'm excited to see what Spirit has to tell us about those 3 months. Also, of course, winter solstice is the beginning of Capricorn season. I will have a different video for Capricorn for that season coming up, so keep an eye out for that as well. But this reading is going to be a pick-a-bear reading, and so you're going to have a choice of 3 different bears, and you can choose as many as you want. You're going to have the brown bear, the black bear, and the polar bear. And I'll have timestamps for each one of those in the description box below if you want to jump ahead to the other bear. We're going to start, of course, with the brown bear. And we're going to be asking the question, what's going into hibernation? So we're going to just ask what is falling away, what is kind of shrinking in our life, at least for this 3-month period. And with that shrinking, with all this creativity going on, what is going to take its place as it shrinks? Because there's always a certain amount of energy in our lives, and as one changes, it makes room for something else. So I'm excited to jump right in, and like I said, we're going to start with Mr. Brown Bear first, and if you chose one of the other bears, just click on the timestamp below and you'll jump ahead. So let's get started. All right, my Taurus, if you chose bear number 1, which is the brown bear, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these Surrender Oracle. We're just going to see what is going to be going into hibernation for you. We, of course, will dig deeper with more cards. All right, so for this 3-month winter solstice, what do you want all our Taurians to know that chose bear number 1? What would you like them to know that's going into hibernation? Okay, this is the one right here. And you've got surrender to the wisdom of your body. Love that. And it says, listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. So I love this for you for this winter solstice, because what's going into hibernation are your blocks to listening to the wisdom of your body. So the distractions, I don't know why this is coming to my head, but I'm going to say it because this is what they want me to say. Someone says, didn't you see the red flags? And they're like, I thought that was a carnival, and that just cracks me up, because it's like, yeah, there's all these signs that we get in our bodies and from the outside and all these things, all these messages, but when we're distracted and not paying attention to them, they just whoosh on by, and we thought, oh, I thought that was something beautiful and colorful. I didn't realize it was a red flag saying, whoa, warning, warning. So I really feel like this is the thing of the blocks that have been hindering you from listening to your body are going into hibernation for the 3 months from December 21st all the way through. So we're going to dig more here. We're going to pull a card here from the animal spirit as well and just see what additional message we have around this wisdom of your body. Alrighty, and really I kind of feel like trusting your gut, right? All right, Creator, what else? What spirit animal, or what other message would you like? Okay. Wow. So you've got some pretty powerful cards here. I'm just going to put all these 3 together. I mean, you've got the cosmic egg and the sea serpent. These, you can tell by these symbols here, these are unique, and you got 2 of them, and then you also got the mouse here. So we're just going to dive into these. We're going to grab these other ones since I opened to that section here. And let's take a look and see what the cosmic egg says for you first. And then we'll look at the sea serpent. And I'm sorry, these are not in alphabetical order, so let me just find it in here. Here it is. So the cosmic egg is about completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. So the cosmic egg is the final card on the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. And the cosmic egg deals with the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra on top of the head, of course. And I think that's all that I'm going to say about that one on here. But I really feel this cosmic egg is about this interconnectedness. The wisdom of your body, like I said, your gut, your intuition, the core of your being, at the very, very core of it, you do have this amazing, this kind of reminds me of the Kundalini energy, which is this beautiful spiritual energy from within that wraps up our spine from the very root all the way to the crown chakra. So you have this reminder of who you really are, and these blocks, the outside world, all those distractions, all those fears and shoulds and supposed tos and all those, the chaos of the storm that's going around us. This is about becoming quiet, moving within, kind of like being in a little egg yourself, right? Or a cocoon. You're realizing a lot about yourself because you're turning inward. And we'll talk about the mouse here in a sec, but we have the sea serpent too, which is about healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. So this energy is one of expression. Whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire, this sea serpent, again, this, Kundalini, this helps you move and direct your energy into a healthy current body, right? Healthy body. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. So this current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. And this is the 2nd chakra, which would be the orange, the sacral chakra, so it's the one just above the root chakra. So there's this beautiful, and this actually does, it says here that this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother, or Kundalini herself. So as I mentioned here, you do have this beautiful protection, this egg, you're being protected as you grow and evolve, and then again, protection. So there is this beautiful protective energy that I really feel like, again, it's about your gut, trusting your gut and your intuition, because the flags, the protector, you'll hear, the hissing of the snake or the rattle, there's danger about. So trust your gut, because it is for you to make your journey the smoothest and most in alignment with what you want to accomplish and what you want to experience. So I love those messages for you. And then let's finally also check out the mouse here. Yep, and so the mouse is detail-oriented, it's small-minded, it's nitpicky and nervous. So the mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its day fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality does not notice when they've gone too far, right? Red flags, you're going too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. Because when you're in balance with the mouse energy, you're organized, you're resourceful, you're prepared. But when you're out of balance, you're busy, busy, busy with no purpose. So to bring it into balance, it says to find a meaningful project, which I really feel for you is about learning how to trust and listen to your body, what it's telling you. There's, Louise Hay, she has this beautiful books about healing your body, healing your mind. And I totally spaced the name of the book. But if you search Louise Hay and emotions, you'll see that she has this beautiful tie between spiritual and emotional circumstances and beliefs and how it impacts our body. So I really feel like this is a message there for you. And then we're also going to pull a card here from these Ancestry or Tarot, and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this 3-month period. But I really feel this is beautiful. You're protected, and there's this awareness about going too far, too fast in situations. So, Creator, what else would you like our Taurians to know that shows bear number 1? Okay, there we go. And you got the 8 of Staves, I think you said. That's 8 of Wands in a regular deck. And you can see all these wands. It's about quick movement. So it is about there's this movement. And so this could be about if you're not moving your body to, really move into moving your body during this period of time. But also these represent, like, wands are your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, your spark, and your spiritual energy. And with all these birds and with this, the wands, this also means about receiving messages. So this is right in alignment with the flags and messages you're getting from your body are also ignited from spirit. So, trusting your gut, trusting not just your mind and the logical side of our lives, but really fine-tuning and getting in tune with your body and with spirit, listening to that still, small, quiet voice inside. And it will require you, to some extent, to get away from the chaos, get away from the noise, come to this eye of the storm instead of the being out in the chaos and the fear and all that stuff on the outside. It's about moving inward. So really this 3-month period, it doesn't mean you have to become this hermit up the mountain, but it is about taking time for you, taking time away from things, even if it's getting out in nature. If you're in a city, going to a park, if you're out in nature, get out in it. If you can take a trip out of town for the weekend and get away up into, nature, away from everything, then I would do that as well, because that'll get you this beautiful quietness. So you can, like quiet as a mouse, right? Where you can hear those still small voices, those whispers of love, those whispers of your body to tell you and give you the answers that you're searching for, because they are constantly speaking to you. We're also going to pull from these Tarot of Dreams. And we're just going to pull and see for the 3 different months of this winter solstice, so 12/21 to 1/21, 1/21 to 2/21, and 2/21 to 3/21. Just what else during this kind of segmented, 3 months, what else the Creator would like you to know. So for December 21st to January 21st, what else would you like them to know, please? Okay, that one. What else? Okay, no, not those. Oh, okay, so they do want just that one and just that one. All right, and then for January 21st to February 21st, okay, and they also want that one, and they just want that one, okay. And then what about February 21st to March 21st, okay. Okay. All right, so let's get in here. Let me just move these down a little bit. look, here's the egg. It's funny that that one escaped. That one usually doesn't go anywhere. So we're just gonna put that right there, and let's just scoot these down and make a little bit of room so you can see. All right, so December 21st to March 21st, you've got the Chariot. So beautiful, powerful energy. This is Major Arcana. So this is about kind of like a life-changing situation here. The Sea Serpent too, it came to that they were telling me to say this, and I totally went on, and now they're bringing it back to me. This is like the World card. It's endings of major cycles and new beginnings, and I feel like this Chariot is really bringing you this awareness that you get to choose what everything means. I mean, you've got two horses, you're holding the reins, and the message that comes with this card is that no matter what circumstances come into your life, you do have the choice on what story you apply to the situation and what emotions that you choose in any situation. And I know sometimes it don't feel like you're able to make a choice because, you know, something happens and you feel this way and this is the story you apply to it. But it happens because we have made it a habit. Usually it'll be something that we were taught very young before we realized we had the choice to make, decide what something means to us, what we're going to feel about it. We're just taught this happens, this is how you feel, and it's constantly ingrained in us. This happens, this is how you feel. This happens, this is how you feel. And it's kind of reinforced through experiencing other people doing that, and we're like, oh, if they're doing that, that's what I'm supposed to do. So we take it on as our own, and then it's a habit. It happens, boom, we feel it, we put the story to it. But if we can learn to pause, realizing we have another choice if we want to, we can take a deep breath and then go, okay, you know what? That, I know that's what the popular opinion is to feel, but I don't have to feel that way. I'm going to put a different story to it. I lost that job because I'm being moved into a different place in my life. It's happening for me, not to me. Or that person broke up with me, so any kind of toxic relationship, we can look back and go, and you know what? I wasn't going to end it. So for my health, right? For my health, it was ended for me, or something happens to bring information to me, to bring awareness to me, so that I can make a more healthier decision for me somewhere in my life, whether it's your body or something else in your life that's going on. So powerful awareness coming during that first month. Yeah, because here you go, you have the Death card. So fitting right in here with rebirth, endings and new beginnings. Significant, again, because this is the major arcana and not one of the minor arcana. This is like significant life movement for you, which is perfect, which is in alignment with what we're saying here. So you're choosing to let something go and choosing to move beyond it, which is beautiful. And I love this because here, this looks like the serpent, right? It looks like all these serpents here. So this is this Kundalini, which, think of the Kundalini as like the Holy Spirit. If you have like a Christian faith, it's the comforter, it's the divine feminine side of the spiritual world that is so intertwined with the physical world, like Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Just know that it's all intertwined, and so there's this mothering, this nurturing feel to your reading in a huge way. Self-nurturing, but also nurturing from the Divine Mother herself. So beautiful. Yeah, I love it. And then Palace of Cups. Palaces are unique to this particular tarot deck. Cups are your emotions. The palace is about creating this beautiful place where you feel safe to feel. Think of it as like a stormy ocean up above, but deep within the ocean is this beautiful place. Even though there's all this emotion and stuff happening in the world, you are in this safe, you're creating this safe space to feel without the need to act on it, right? And with cups being the water, and cups and all this being the emotions, this is what fits into to the divine feminine, huge divine feminine energy. And that's why I was kind of like, yep, no kidding, right? You've got this huge just announcement of you are loved by the Divine Mother. you are supported. Come into the arms of the Divine Mother and cry if you need to. Feel what you need to feel, but don't resist and flow through it. The waters are constantly flowing, and you don't have to have, like I think one of these mentioned, stagnant waters. You don't have to have stagnant waters. When you hold on to an emotion, it becomes stagnant, but you letting it flow allows you to move on to the next, and again, down to this Chariot. You have the power to choose what emotions you're going to feel, so you can say, I'm tired of feeling this way about it. I'm going to choose a different emotion. I'm going to apply a different story to it, which is beautiful. Now we're going to move on to January 21st to February 21st, and you've got the Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles. So this is about the outside world energy and your belief in lack. This actually is also called the Winter card, obviously. See all the snow. But it's about feeling not supported, this belief around that you're not worthy to be taken care of by the Mother, Divine Mother of all things, right? But this stainless glass window here represents the universe, represents the love. See the green? It's the love energy, the care that the universe, that the Creator, the Mother and Father of all things has for you. The Five is also beautiful because Five is about transformation of belief, transformation, like I said, of the stories you have about your life. So with this emotion and feeling it coming in, I feel like it becomes a little overwhelming for you because, don't blame me, right? We're used to this conditional love from the outside world, but when you connect to this higher realm, this beautiful unconditional love of the Divine Mother, then you're just like, wow, I just don't know if I'm worthy of this. I'm so used to feeling neglected, feeling like I have to give everything first and no one ever gives back to me. Well, you are worthy of that, and here's your Taurus symbol here too. So definitely, boom, boom, boom. This is a transformation during this month of your worthiness to receive this amazing love from the inside out. Excuse me, King of Cups. Boom. This is the card right before the Palace of Cups. So again, emotions. For me, it represents Christ love, unconditional love. He has the Ace of Cups here, which is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It's full of the living waters, the unconditional love of the Creator. So again, reiteration, Divine Mother, Divine Father, feeling this abundant love flow into you. The other message that comes from the King of Cups, because he's went through the entire suit, he's at the very end, he's understood emotion, he understands, making decisions based purely on emotion doesn't usually turn out in the highest experience for us all. So he's definitely bringing this message to you, this kind of balancing and grounding, which you being an earth sign understand the importance to ground your emotions and not make decisions strictly on that fight or flight, that we go through. But when you're in this beautiful protection and feeling safe and secure in the arms of that mother energy, then you can make decisions from a calm, peaceful place, from the eye of the storm, rather than while you're doing backflips out in the chaos of the storm. Boom. And then you got King of Wands. And for me, this represents, wands are your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration. You had the wands here. The King of Wands, because it represents spiritual energy, for me represents the highest spirituality, your higher self, the Creator, the Mother. So again, this is showing up with this amazing spiritual energy and spiritual spark that comes in. And with that, it also allows you to direct and focus your energy in amazing, amazing ways. And you are protected. It has the dragons here, which so usually they have salamanders in Lot, but in this one they have the dragons, they're the rulers of fire, because they breathe fire, right? But they have protection. Again, protected. You are protected as well. Loving this. And then you go into February 21st to March 21st, and you've got the Palace of Swords. Wow, yeah, but it's a powerful 3-month period coming up, because this swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mentalities, your attitudes, your expectations, and this palace represents that you're creating this safe place for your thoughts, a safe place for your beliefs and your attitudes. You have the Knight of Swords also represented here, several of them, which means movement in thought and belief as well, which totally makes sense, because as you're changing your beliefs about your worth and your abundance, this also it means that you're solidifying and cutting away old thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, and creating this beautiful place where you feel in control of your thoughts and beliefs. You don't feel so out of control, which makes sense as you embrace this Chariot energy, where you know you're the one that creates the story around things and how you feel. You also realize that you're the one that can create the thoughts and beliefs around things too. You get to choose, and so you're able to, make that movement and that release. Beautiful. And you got the Two of Cups. So again, this is embracing your human side and your spiritual side, your emotions. You have the two chalices here, which is like this, one of them represents the chalice of unconditional love. The other is your emotions of the human world. And this embracing is, as you become more aware of your higher self and the spiritual world that exists out there for you, you realize you're more than just this human side. You're also, this is just the character you're playing, but you have this actor, which is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And it brings the love that our lower little character is searching for. It searched in the outside world and gets disappointed because the outside world is conditional, but we're searching for this unconditional love that is being offered in a huge way, awareness during this period of time, and it fills up that cup. But spirituality or religion can teach us that, our spirit must destroy our ego and our shadow, but the realness or the reality of it all is the shadow is a part of us. It's a part of ourselves. And we don't destroy a part of ourselves. We embrace that part of ourselves and give it what it's been looking for. And then you kind of go to this new level. Like, our first part of our lives is about experiencing the human side, the ego, the fight or flight, and all that danger, ranger danger out there, stranger danger. And then you realize there's a spiritual side of us, and you start to expand and become familiar and reawaken to remembering that, and then you join the two together and experience life in a whole new different way even. So this is what this is bringing in for you during that February 21st to March 21st. Yeah, and 7 of Coins, 7 of Pentacles. This is about the outside world, and you can see that there's fruit on the tree in the coins, and her basket is all ready to receive, but it's taking time for the outside world to catch up to your inner growth, which is fine, because during the winter, you are in the Northern Hemisphere. It's a time of quietness. There's the time of external growth kind of slows because everything's happening under the soil. Things are taking a rest, things are recharging, things are growing from within. And then most likely when springtime comes, that's when you're going to see the outside world, like all this love and all this change and all these beliefs that you're going through about your abundance and your worth is going to start pouring out into the outside world. And that's where you're going to see the little sprouts, the little growth happening, moving above the surface during the spring, right? So beautiful, beautiful. And hang in there, we're almost done here. I know this one a little longer than the others because we got so many cards here. But lastly, we're going to pull a card here from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Just see what the final message the Creator has for you that chose reading number 1 for Arcturians. All right. What's your final message here for Arcturians, please? Okay, there we go. And you got Sage. Beautiful. And it's the be devoted and committed. Be devoted and committed. I really feel this is to your self-nurturing. Be devoted and committed to your nurturing, you're self-nurturing. There's a time for, allowing that love to flow out to the world and help the world, but I really feel like this is time for you. It says, be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. The sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi is on this card, because your knowledge and life experiences can impact incredible insights to those with whom you come into contact. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and of all your inner workings, because the awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. I love it. Kind of feel too, and I'll read the extended message here in a sec, but everything that you're learning through these 3 months, really journal and take note, because when springtime comes, people are going to see a difference, and the knowledge and the wisdom that you glean during this period, you're going to be able to share with others. It says devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and you understanding that you are not only a body, but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. What we were talking about. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you're going to share those teachings one day too. Love it, love it, love it. So this is going to be a powerful 3-month period for you in this winter solstice. So, if you're in the northern hemisphere, it might be cold out. You might be spending a lot of time to yourself and indoors, or making sure to get out into nature too, and then this beautiful transformation that happens. So I'm excited. This is going to be great. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. I want to let you know, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the element signs, like air signs, water signs, etc. Also do new moon, full moon readings, just a bunch of different readings throughout the month that bring messages for everyone. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those, if you haven't done so already, just make sure to click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this little notification bell pop up, and then you can select how you want to receive notifications, how often, and all that, so you can be informed immediately when the new messages come out. So love it, love it, love it, and just know, as you're going through each and every moment of every single day, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, have an amazing winter solstice, and you take care. All right, my Taurians, if you chose reading number 2, which is the Black Bear, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to, first of all, pull a card here from the Surrender Oracle. We're just going to see what the Creator would like you to know about what's going into hibernation during these 3 months. So this will give us a general theme to start off. Of course, we'll dig in deeper. So Creator, for our Taurians that chose the Black Bear, what would you like them to know about what's going into hibernation? Okay, right off the bat. And you've got surrender to non-action. So this is perfect for you, because now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So yeah, what's going into hibernation is your actions. So surrender to that non-action. It's about, winter, of course, is perfect for, just being still and letting things unfold, because that's what happens during winter, is kind of all the vegetation in the northern hemisphere takes this break. It allows itself to rest as things deteriorate and soak into the soil, getting ready for spring. So this time is this time of non-action, taking some time to be still. Of course, we'll dig more in here, get more clarification for you. And we're going to pull a card here from these animal spirit deck and see what spirit animal has a message or clarification spirit the creator has for you. There we go. All right, creator, for Arcturians, that shows the black bear. What else would you like them to know about this stillness? What about this non-action during the winter solstice? Okay, no. Okay, actually, this one right here is speaking out, and that one too. So you get two. Excuse me. The first one is the camel. Perfect for stillness. I love that blue moon there. And then you also have the lamb. So we'll put that right here. And let's just see what message is coming here. Excuse me, I really feel the camel here. You know, a camel goes into the desert, and it doesn't need to have, water. It can sustain itself for long periods of time. So I kind of feel like that goes here with this non-action, is you don't have to drink a lot of emotion because water is the emotion. So I really feel, that's a big piece of it. The camel's resourceful, it's independent, it knows oneself. So the camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So when you're in balance with this energy, you are calm, you're content, you have a sparkle in your eye. When you're out of balance with this energy, then you're dehydrated and you lack vitality. So to bring this into a balance, it talks about having a pilgrimage, which like a pilgrimage within, I almost kind of feel like the hermit card energy with this, of going within, finding the water within during this time. Let's see what the lamb brings you as well. Sorry, these are not in alphabetical order, so I'm just finding it here. There it is. Yeah, peaceful, prophetic, and patient. So the lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established, right? Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. I can't make this up. So these two cards work very well together with this non-action, getting quiet and listening to within. Because when you're in balance with this energy, you're in knowingness and inner peace. When you're out of balance, then you're quiet, timid, and concerned. So to bring this into balance, it mentions to meditate and to listen. So beautiful, beautiful. I really feel like this time you're going to really learn some important things about yourself. We're also going to put some cards here from these ancestral tarot. Let's see what else the creator wants you to know, and then we will dig even deeper. Be as much heads up for this winter solstice as we can. So creator, for Arcturians, that chose number 2, the black bear. What else would you like them to know? Okay, I want that one right there. And you've got the Ace of Sacred Circles, which would be the Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Coins in some other decks. And this is beautiful because this is a gift that is given to you from the Creator, from the Mother and Father of all things, from Spirit. And what this represents is new opportunities, new beginnings happening in your outside world. So new ways of looking at things, it's like where up to this point you didn't see the way around a situation or a circumstance. When you get into this quietness and all this, you get to see this new way. There's this little star up here, and it's like connecting to your higher self, connecting to the other realm, getting to this quietness, getting away from all the noise. You're able to see and go, oh, now that I've taken a step back away from everything and seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, you're like, oh, I see. It's just, this is how I can move around that now. So answers come and new opportunities come where you didn't see opportunities before. I love that, the Creator can make a way where there seemed no way. And you get to see that because you get quiet and listen, right? And I know, in case it's in your head too, I have to get it out of my head. Silence of the Lambs, the movie. Don't worry about that. It's not going to be creepy. All right, so we're going to pull some cards here from these Tarot of Dreams, and we're going to pull 3 different stacks. And each is going to be for the 3 months of the winter solstice. So December 21st to January 21st, January 21st to February 21st, and February 21st to March 21st. Okay. So one more time here. All right. So December 21st to January 21st. What else do you want our Taurians to know? Our Taurians of the Black Bear. Okay, so you got those 2, and I feel like that one too. So you got 3, and then here for January 21st to February 21st. Okay, I feel like that one and that one, that one, and that one. You get 4 for that, and they're already giving these for you as well. And then these 2, oh my gosh. So we'll come back to those 2 as well. Okay, let's dive in here. There's wonderful messages coming for you, which makes sense. During the silence, you are going to get a lot of messaging. Yeah, Palace of Cups. So cups are your emotions, and this is all about, look at, it's at the bottom of the ocean. So this is deep diving into your emotions like it was talking about here. But you also create this place where you feel safe expressing your emotions, and definitely when you kind of step away like a hermit in a way, and that doesn't mean that you have to do it like 100% of the time, but it is about making sure you take time during this 3-month period, time to yourself, because then the more you do it, the more you create this safe space for your emotions to feel them and emotions to flow. You don't have the stagnant energy, the stagnant emotions, because the water is flowing, and you get to move beyond an emotion if you no longer want to feel that, right? Yeah. And you have the 5 of coins here. And this is all about your belief about your worth and your abundance. Really in the outside world, coins, pentacles, those are all about the outside world and your belief around them. The 5 is great though, because it's all about transformation. And these 2 cards came out in the first reading too. So there's this theme going on. If you were like going, well, I don't know if I want the brown bear or the black bear, you might go back and listen to reading number 1 as well. But this is this belief of, you have your cup out, no one's helping you, you feel abandoned. This is the winter again, this is the winter card. This is the winter solstice. And you actually have your Taurus here too. So these beliefs about you're not getting supported from the outside. Here, this is the universe, this is the Creator, this is the Mother and Father of all things. It's because this is like a stained glass window. This is this transformation. 5 is about a transformation in beliefs. So as you get into this connection with your inner self, like this was talking about finding your deep, the resources deep down inside you. Well, when you take this transformation of this number 5 and transform your beliefs about your abundance and your worth, you do see that you have this wealth of abundance that's available from you, from within, from the inside out, not the outside in, like the camel does. And then you have the 2 of Cups, and this also showed up, but they showed up in different places, and I shuffled this deck really good. So there's these messages coming out that are so in tune with the first reading. But the Cups, again, are emotions, but these 2, one of these is your higher self, and that's the chalice, the Holy Grail, that's full of the living waters, the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. And then you have your cup that represents the emotions of your human side. And this 2 of Cups is bringing this message that there are 2 of you that are experiencing this life in your body. Your human side, the small shadowy piece of us, the character that is like our avatar that's playing us in this game that we're in. But then you have the actor behind the character, which is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And there's this joining together of that for you. So you're feeling this unconditional love filling up your human cup from your spiritual higher self and your connection to the higher realm. Again, finding your emotion that you've been searching for and thirsting for from within, like the camel, for this. So beautiful awareness that comes that first month from December 21st to January 21st, which then brings us to 121 to 221. Yeah, and you have the 8 of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mentalities, your attitudes, your expectations. And I know this is like, oh my God, she looks like she's being used as a pincushion. But this is what's keeping you trapped. Your thoughts and your beliefs, your mindsets that you've been, all the shoulds, supposed tos, need tos, have tos. There are are keeping you in this restriction, this restricted, feeling. But this is the awareness. The 8s are about learning, education, knowledge around this. And so you're realizing that you're the one that's keeping you feeling limited. All these thoughts and beliefs that you were given when you were growing up are what are keeping you feeling limited and restricted. So it's beautiful that it's coming up. It's a good card because it's not that you're blinded by it and trapped by it and there's nothing I can do. It's like, no, you're getting the answer of like, oh, it's me, it's these beliefs that I have. So now I can look into those beliefs and transform them if I'd like to. Yeah, okay, perfect, because you have the Chariot. And the Chariot is about this beautiful awareness that you are the one who is in control. So this is kind of like how you overcome these beliefs, because when you realize the power you have, that any of the fated events that are coming into our lives, you are the one that gets to choose what story you apply to that situation. You're the one that gets to choose what emotion you choose in that situation. And these thoughts and these beliefs, these expectations from before, make us feel like we don't have a choice. Because so early on we're taught when this happens, this is what it means and how you're supposed to feel. And it's reiterated and reinforced so much that it becomes a habit. And you think, this happens and boom, this is what it means and how I feel. And so it doesn't feel like you're able to make a choice. But if we can take some deep breaths and slow down, then we realize that I get to choose what that means, even though this is the popular opinion on what it's supposed to mean and how you're supposed to feel. I can make a new choice. And some of the examples I gave, again, this came up in reading number 1, that it's like you get fired from a job, or someone breaks up with you, or someone wants a divorce, or you get evicted from somewhere. We're taught that those things are supposed to be devastating and they're bad and I'm supposed to feel upset and this means that I failed. But if you look at your power of choice, you can totally change that around and going, you know what? It was a toxic situation. This happened for me, not to me. Now I'm released. I'm able to go and pursue that relationship that I truly want with myself and maybe with someone else who is more in alignment with my desires in life, or now I get to go find that job and maybe even make more money, but doing something that I enjoy instead of hate. And I really hated going to work every day, but I didn't want to leave the job because I was scared. But now I'm free to go do what I want. See how you can transform the story and the emotion and make it something woohoo instead of woo. Then you have the King of Cups. Again, this came out, and I know I shuffled these cards, and you saw them all fly out differently. So the King of Cups here is about your emotions. It is about, he's at the end of the deck, or the end of the suit of the cups. And so he, here's that Ace of Cups we were talking about with these cups here. So this is kind of like Christ's love, unconditional love, the highest form of love that you can, get to. And so this is coming in, and you're really embracing this unconditional love that you were learning about, and that was becoming your awareness during the previous month. The King of Cups also, because he's been through a lot of emotional journey, also has this wisdom that he gives, that when you're making decisions totally from the mind doesn't always work out for our highest experience, as well as making decisions only from our emotions. It's this beautiful balance that happens that allows you to make decisions. But if you're in this place of unconditional love, this place of peace, you're able to make decisions and, like we talked about, see solutions to things that you couldn't see before because you were in fear and you were out of your mind. But getting rooted in this unconditional love allows you to come to this place of peace and see answers where you wouldn't see answers before. Yep, because here's that 5 of coins, you move into the 6 of coins. So you definitely learned about all of that. And again, here's your Taurus symbol. So you definitely have this beautiful energy that's coming in, understanding that you don't have to just give, that you're able to receive only. I call this my codependency card because it brings us awareness around codependency, around our beliefs. And I'm a recovering enabler, so I understand, the beliefs that we have as an enabler, that if I'm not able to give something to someone, then we have this false belief that then I'm not worth being around, because if I can't give you anything, what worth am I, right? So this worth that you came to your awareness during this previous month is also bringing you this higher way of looking at things, going, you know what? I am pretty awesome, and I deserve to receive and be given to, and I am allowing and learning people to give to me just as I fill up and overflow and give to others. But my foundation isn't based on what I can give to others. I am worthy to receive just because of who I am, not because of what I can do and give to others. So beautiful awareness that comes from all this as well. And then we move into February 21st to March 21st, and you've got the 7 of Swords. So you continue to figure out here, like that comes before this 8 of Swords. So you're understanding what thoughts and beliefs have been deceiving you. How have you been blinded to those beliefs about yourself that you just took on as yourself. And so this is a beautiful awakening and overflow of that. And you can see there's 2 moons here. So this moon energy really connecting to the unknown within is super huge for you during this time. Yeah, because here you go, Queen of Swords. So she yields this Ace of Swords, which is what brings capital T truth. It brings clarity. It's all about understanding and transforming, cutting away these beliefs that no longer serve you. They served you for a time, for your experience, because you did come here, to want to know what it felt like to feel trapped, to feel worthless, to feel powerless, but you're cutting that stuff away. And I talked about moons here. The queens in all the 4 suits also bring water energy, which is all about intuition, and connection to the spiritual realm as well. So where the King of Cups was like learning, making only by emotions is not always the best, bring some mind in. The Queen also understands that, the same thing. Too much logic in a situation may not bring you what you want in your life. Remember your passion, remember connecting to your heart, into your emotions as well. And then you have the Eight of Wands, and this is beautiful. I think, yeah, the first one, the Eight of Wands was in this position. So definitely I would go listen to reading number 1. There's a lot of this beautiful cohesive messaging coming together for those two. But this is about your spark, your ambition, your drive. It's movement. So there's things that are happening, things that are flowing. And this makes sense that happening in the last month, like we talked about, these new opportunities coming in, you're starting to get these messages, this spark, this drive, you want movement. So you're starting to, get that little burning going on inside you that you're like, I want to put this all I've learned into action. I want to do it. And so that is this. Also, because Wands is your drive, your ambition, your aha, inspiration, your spark. It's also your spiritual energy. With all these birds and with this this Eight of Wands means that you're getting these messages from spirit as well, which, like we talked about, makes total sense with everything that we were looking at here. In the silence, getting away into the quiet, you can hear the messages of spirit, especially as you intentionally change your frequency and vibration from one of chaos and fear and those lower energy of the outside world to the frequency of spirit, which is unconditional love, joy, peace, and laughter. So bringing that in, definitely allows you to hear clear messages and allows you to see the way where you didn't see a way before, like we talked about. Yay, and you got the Wheel of Fortune. Perfect, 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 perfect. The message of the Wheel of Fortune is that before you came down to this planet, you chose so much. You chose what avatar was going to represent you here. You chose who you were going to be. You chose when you were going to enter this game, when you were going to leave this game, as well as all these fated events that were going to unfold in your life. And then, like the Chariot, within each of those moments, within each of those fated events, you still get to choose what story you want to apply to that situation, what emotion you're going to feel about that situation. So you can choose an emotion of extreme unconditional love or extreme fear or something in between. There's no wrong emotion, but you get to choose that. And the whole story of the Wheel of Fortune, for me, what Spirit gave me is that, it changes our viewpoint that we're on this out of control drama train that's about to jump the tracks and dramatically explode in this gorge. But really, you are on this monorail with this train, this beautiful, smooth running train that's attached to the track, that cannot fly off of it, that has stops that happen exactly on time and perfect timing and taking you throughout all those, those places in your life. And the moral of the story is that life happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. So I love that. And then let's see what these final 2 cards were, kind of summing it up, and then we're going to put one more card. Yep, Knight of Swords. So movement of your thoughts and your beliefs. The things are a-changin'. I'm going to put that right here. And yep, Death. So you've got beautiful endings and new beginnings. This card again came out in reading number 1. But this is all about this transformation, the ending of the beliefs and the new beginnings that it's bringing you. So I think this is beautiful and perfect. Lastly, I'm going to pull a card here from these bird messages deck and to see what these these bird messengers, what they have to tell you here. And one more time. All right, Creator, what is your final message for our Taurians of the Black Bear, please? Okay, I really feel like this one is the one. And you've got the Hotson. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. But there's the beautiful bird. And it says, flourish through maintaining tradition. So let's put that here and let's see what extra message comes with those here. So it's Hotson. Okay. It says, for 36 million years and more, mysterious Hotson, and if I mispronounce that, I totally apologize, but this mysterious bird has flown above Earth. Unique in birddom, she dwells among lush mangrove trees, dining on their leaves, digesting them as cows do, and builds her nest high above their swampy base. As Hoatzins' inquisitive chicks grow, they venture onto mangrove's welcoming branches, but when startled, they tumble into the water below, right? Tumble into the water below, like these palace of cups, and to the deep waters. So that's perfect. Certain death? Question mark. Not for Hoatzins' fledglings. Not only can they swim, but like Earth's first bird, ancient wing, I'm going to totally murder this. It's like Archaeopteryx. It's Archaeopteryx. So you can pronounce that how you want or research that if you feel led to. But like those birds, they also possess claws on their wing fingers, claws that enable them to cling securely to branches and clamber back up to their nest. If Venerable Hoatzin has arrived in your card, she counsels you that cutting edge may indeed cut. The ancient traditions and means of working can not only create ways of life and objects that endure, but also endow great happiness and satisfaction. Consider the valuable lessons of times past and flourish. So, yeah, definitely learning from these, like we were talking about, the things that have happened, these thoughts and beliefs served a purpose on purpose, and they brought you a lot of wisdom. So definitely learn, and from those feelings and emotions you felt when you believed those false thoughts and beliefs of the human world, as you connect to your higher being that has been flying above for millions and millions and millions of years, your eternal self. But definitely dive deep into these deep waters that live within you, because death, question mark? No, rebirth and new beginnings and flourishing. And I love that. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. Appreciate your patience as we went through so much, but beautiful messages for you for this winter solstice. And just know, in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the elements like water signs, earth signs, etc., and a variety of other readings throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on those messages as they come out, if you haven't done so already, just make sure to click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, then you can set your notifications on how you'd like to receive updates when these new videos come out. So just know, as you're going throughout this winter solstice and each and every day of your life, you are indeed unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, have an amazing winter solstice. I can see that you are, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care. All right, my Taurians, if you chose reading number 3, which is the polar bear, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from this surrender deck. And this is going to tell us just overall for the 3-month period what the Creator wants you to know. That's going into hibernation. And of course, we'll dive deeper into this as well. So Creator, for our Taurians of the polar bear, what would you like them to know that's going into hibernation during this time? There we go. And I was reading up on the polar bear hibernation, and actually only the females go into hibernation, and it's when they're pregnant and they're going through the gestation period of up until birth. So that's very interesting. Anyway, this is surrender your belief in scarcity. And it says here, the universe is asking you to open up your infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So what is going into hibernation during this period of time is your belief in scarcity. So that is beautiful, right? We're going to put that right here. And I love that, just talking about the polar bear as well. It's about birth and growth. And not in things that are lacking. beautiful too, the polar bear, the female polar bear. She sustains herself. She doesn't even go and eat. She goes into hibernation, and she has plenty. They survive throughout the entire gestation period. So I'm loving it. We're also going to pull some cards here from the animal spirit and just get some clarification here and see what else the creator wants you to know, or what spirit guide wants to speak to you. So you, Taurians of the polar bear, what else would you like them to know about this? Okay, I feel like it's this one right here. And you got the buffalo. Beautiful. I love these colors, are all the same, these pink and these whites with the pink here. And I'm going to grab from the book here and just see what beautiful message comes from the buffalo. If my fingers will work, here we go. Just saw it. There it is. So this is grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. Because when you're in balance with this energy, you're trusting, you have pure presence. When you're out of balance, then you're restless and you lack gratitude. To bring this into balance, it says prayer, or practicing bhakti, B-H-A-K-T-I. And this is perfect for this here as well. Not just the beautiful colors matching up, which just really jumps out to me, at least in here. I'm not sure if it does it on screen. But yeah, I mean, surrendering this belief in scarcity, when you don't have this feeling of gratitude like it was talking about, then you are focusing on what you don't have in your life, and that's what grows. So I feel like during this time, it's about a message of focusing on what you're grateful for. Whatever you are, it's like you have this giant fire hose on your head attached to this helmet, and whatever you're looking at, this energy goes out and expands and grows whatever you're focusing on. So if you're like, why is scarcity growing in my life? It's like, well, because you're looking at it. So look elsewhere, look towards gratitude and things to be grateful for grow in your life. So you focus on what you want to grow, not what you don't want to grow. And I feel like this is what's coming through here for you. I'm also going to pull a card here from the Ancestor Tarot, and we're just going to see what else the Creator wants you to know about this winter solstice, but really focusing on gratitude and having those things grow during that time is beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, Creator, what else do you want our polar bear Taurians to know about this winter solstice and scarcity and gratitude? Okay. Strength card. Inner strength. Perfect. Yeah, because this buffalo is very strong on the inside as well. And the message of the strength card for me, let me just move these over a little bit. So this lion here represents our human self, the shadow side that chose to come here to experience all of these earthly experiences. And when it came down here, it of course is hungry and thirsty. And it's told, look out here for your, what's going to fill up your tummy and quench your thirst. And so it goes out there and goes, okay, that's what I'm told to do. That's what I'm going to go do. And so we all go out there, our human side of us goes out into the world and, looks at, relationships, trying to get fulfillment from that, whether it's romantic, family, friends, work, relationships with your fur babies or feather babies, whatever it is, that's supposed to fulfill me. But it doesn't, circumstances like jobs and education, or our bodies, our possessions, our wealth. We're taught all that stuff is supposed to make us feel whole and complete, but we eat of that and get hungrier, like American Chinese food. You're hungry an hour later, or drink of that outside world and you become even more thirsty. So the our lion side of us, our human side of us, becomes desperate. It becomes hangry. It's hungry, angry, and it's roaring in the jungle. Well, this other beautiful creature here, this is our higher infinite self. And that is our being, our powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And it always hears and understands what's going on with our lion, our human side, even though our lion human side is veiled from our knowledge of our higher self for a time. It hears our roaring lion in the jungle, and it comes down, and it doesn't come down to kill, stab our lion, put it out of its misery. It doesn't come here to kill our shadow, to kill our ego. It doesn't try to cage it to keep everyone safe from it. It doesn't try to control it with a whip and a chair, and try to suppress it. Because our lion is hungry for unconditional love, our higher self can bring that and give it what it's been searching for, what it's been hungering for, what it's been thirsting for so long. So our lion then, because our higher self embraces us and gives us that love we've been looking for all along. And then our angry, roaring lion in the jungle transforms from that to this purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling loved and secure and whole for the first time in its life. And it will never be the same after that, because it knows that what it's hungering for it has found, and then it walks hand in hand through the jungle with the awareness of its higher self and of that love that we can connect to. So this is a beautiful awareness that comes in here, and it definitely allows you to see all those things that were falling short in the outside world suddenly become above extra, because when we look for those things to fulfill us, they never do. But when you find what you've been looking for on the inside, you feel whole and complete. Anything on the outside is even above and beyond and extra. So whereas something what made you feel lacking before, with this transformation, you feel all this external stuff is just abundant and like I said, extra and beautiful, and you don't feel that scarcity. Next, we're going to pull some cards here from these Tarot of Dreams. We're just going to pull 3 separate stacks, and they're going to represent the 3 months. So like December 21st to January 21st, 121 to 221, and 221 to 321. So we'll see what else the creator wants you to know about each of those months or periods of time. All right, creator. So for 12/21 to January 21, for our polar bear Taurians. Okay, you want that one? What else? Okay. So you got those. And then what about 121 to 221? Okay. And then what about 221 to 321? Okay. Okay. And then these 2 for here. All right, so let's dive in here. So 12/21 to 121, you've got the 6 of Cups. So cups are your emotions, and when you look at these, it's about looking back over your life, looking back over your emotions, kind of called the nostalgia card. So you're looking back kind of over memories, but it's the emotional part of the memories that you're looking back over. And with all of this belief in scarcity, this is an opportunity during this month, the 12/21 to 121, as you connect and understand that you have this source of love from within you, and the lion's point of view of these memories, these emotional things, are different than if you look back from them from this higher perspective, from this place of unconditional love. So I really feel like during this month, is when you start to look back and see those emotions that really stand out to you, those things that didn't fulfill you, and you start to see them from a different perspective, and they really start to blossom. These these seem beautiful memories instead. I also feel like with this transformation I was talking about, with this attitude of gratitude, that you're to also during this month focus on those beautiful memories, those beautiful thoughts. Again, focusing on what you are grateful for, not what you were ungrateful for. Okay. And then you have the Chariot, and this came out in all three of your readings, and you saw how I shuffled and these cards fly out. So it was meant, and regardless of which reading you chose, to understand your power of choice. You hold the reins. No matter what happens in your life, like all these memories that happened, you get to choose what story you apply to this situation and what memory or emotion that you choose to feel with that, right? So this is a very empowering. It's about your ability to even go back and look at old memories from a different perspective and transform them, change the energy that is around them. You can generally kind of find something that you can have learned from it in a different perspective. And the examples that I gave in the previous two readings of this one, excuse me, was like if you get fired from a job, or you break up, or someone wants a divorce from you, or they break up with you, or something gets moved out of your life, you can realize that, okay, these were things that are happening for me. There was these toxic situations that I didn't want to be the one to leave. I didn't, was scared to do it. But now that it's been done, I can find that relationship with myself or someone else that's more in line with what I want in my life, or find a job that I enjoy. I hated it, but I didn't want to leave it because I was scared I wouldn't find another one. But now I'm in a position to go find a job that I really want to do instead. And, it's this beautiful transformation of your choice and this empowerment of realizing all of that for you. Yeah, because here you go. You have the Hanging Man. Perspective from a different point of view. You're hanging from above, looking down below, again, up above, looking down below, and seeing things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, and really getting quiet and connecting to your higher self. You're able to see how things are actually unfolding for you and not happening to you. So it's this beautiful awareness that comes where you can see, if you choose to, see a whole different perspective, see the world from a whole different point of view, and transform that story that you're applying to it. And then we go into 121 to 221, and you've got the Seven of Cups. And because it's following the situation here, I'm looking at this as you are understanding how many different emotions you can choose around any situation, and there is no wrong choice. You come here to experience all these myriad of emotions, ranging from all the emotions of fear, betrayal, anger, sadness, all those emotions that are rooted in fear, as well as experiencing joy and happiness and unconditional love in different ways. Feeling all these emotions and the contrast of the emotions, but realizing this power of choice around what you can feel around a situation, it progresses here, because here you have the Six of Cups, the Chariot, seeing things from a higher point of view, and now you're like, okay, now I can make choices about how I feel about a situation, and what do I want to choose? The emotions are endless, right? And if you don't like one that you chose, 90 seconds later, choose a different one. Yeah, Palace of Swords. So palaces are specific just to this deck. Most tarot decks don't have a palace in them. So this is swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And there's this, huge Ace of Swords here and these Knights of Swords. So this is all about your ability to cut away old beliefs, old ways of thinking, and developing, especially with being above the buffalo, developing this attitude of gratitude and just really transforming it. Something you can do during this winter solstice that really helped me transform and focus on having an attitude of gratitude instead of focusing on my scarcity and lack is to do like a little journal. I 1 year just was going to do this little gratitude journal for 30 days, and I was like, okay, every day I write something I'm thankful for and not repeat anything from the previous days. Well, I got to the 30 days and I loved it so much I continued it, and I kept on continuing it up to 5 months, and that's without repeating anything. And I could have kept going too, because there's so much that we can be grateful for, starting with I have 2 eyes that see, or even if you have 1 eye that sees, 1 ear that hears, or both ears. I can walk without pain, or I can walk with 1 foot without pain, or there's always something that we can focus on and transform what we're growing with it all. So if that resonates with you, then check that out. And then you have the Justice card. So perfect. Along with this card here, this Ace of Swords here allows you to understand the judgments that you had before. And it brings all these small t truths of the human and the ego, the lion, and it allows you to see the capital T truths of your higher self, and it allows you to see things more clearly in your life, which makes sense for this Palace of Swords, because you're developing this beautiful foundation, this beautiful place of uplifting, powerful, thankful thoughts, and all this awareness that comes from it. So it's reiterating things over and over. And then we'll move into 221 to 321, and you've got the Six of Swords. So again, this is all about, you're going through this new gateway, you're moving from old ways of thinking to new, which is exactly what we're continuing to do. There's this theme going on here, seeing things from a different perspective, changing your thoughts and beliefs, changing your thoughts and beliefs. And you have the Three of Coins. And this is like the Three of Pentacles too, and some other decks. And for me, this represents that you are creating this, I'm going to say this, this beautiful creation. You are learning to create in your own authentic self. One of the cards, one of the decks I have, it has this beautiful picture in it, because it's like someone is standing there creating this work of art, and there's someone facing them and someone behind their back. And of course, the people behind our back, the naysayers, the people that are trying to burst our bubble, and you'll never succeed at that, why don't you do something else, blah, 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 blah. That's very obvious to us, and we're like, what, I can move you outside of my inner circle and not listen and let you impact me. But it's the people that are supporting us that can sometimes have an even more stronger impact on us being our authentic self, because our human ego, our lion, wants to have that support, right? So if someone's like, I love what you're doing, and I'm so glad you're taking these steps to do what you want to do, and da-da-da-da-da, and then they'll say, have you ever thought of doing this too, or doing it this way, or blah, 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 right? And yeah, being open to everyone's opinion, because we might see something that resonates and go, oh yeah, I love that. But it's all has to do with how it makes us feel. Does it make us feel lighter, or does it make us feel heavier? If that other person is saying, oh, we'll try it this way, and it's not what we want to do, but we don't want to lose their support and have them move over to the naysayer camp, sometimes we'll go off course and a little adjust and move for our authentic self. But this 3 is all about creativity. This 3 of Pentacles is about staying your authentic self, sharing with the world this unconditional love that's within you in your own unique way. We need you to be authentic, to bring in something that no one else does in your own special way. So this is about this reiteration of do things your way. Don't be drawn off course by people on the outside of you. Really get grounded within, so that you can share that unique gift with the world. Yep. And then you have the 9 of Swords. Swords, again, are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. This is called the Nightmare card, or the Insomnia card. And I love that this came after this, because this kind of goes into what we were talking about here, right? This way of thinking with the 6 of Swords too, you're switching. All these expectations of the outside world, all these opinions of the supposed tos, the should be's, the need tos, the have tos, all those things the lion was told were going to make him feel whole and complete. You're realizing that they're disappointing. You're almost to the point of exhaustion. What comes after the 9 is the 10 of Swords, which is endings and new beginnings, and you're really ready to let things go. So you are ready. You're on the verge of letting so much go, and you have been letting stuff go, but it's like it's almost, I feel like this, because of this empowerment that you're feeling, you're just going, okay, I've changed this. I see this from a different perspective. I'm letting more and more things go. And you're just like, all right, let's just go all at it. Balls to the wall. Let's just get the stuff moved out, because these things no longer serve me and are not helping me authentically share myself with the world. Okay, and then you have these final 2 cards. Strength card. So reiteration, they're like, I meant what I said. This is exactly what is going to be life-changing for you. Yep, in any of the 4 of Cups. So these are those 3 cups I talked about: relationships, situations, physical things like your body and possessions. These are the things that did not fulfill you. They made you, that left you feeling empty and still wanting. And here's the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. It's filled with the living waters, which is the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. It's that unconditional love that we find from our higher self. And so, we're bored with those 3 of Cups because it is not fulfilling us. And so now you have something so much more to offer yourself. So I'm loving how this ended up saying yes, strength card. You're lying in your higher self, you're lying in your higher self. So love that. And then lastly, we're going to pull a card here from these chakra reading cards and just get your final message. Excuse me. And one more time. All right, Creator, what's your final message for our Taurians of the polar bear, please? Okay, there's the one right there. And you got the I Am Presence, card number 30. And that is so perfect. I'm going to put it right there because this is your I Am Presence. It's all about your crown chakra and connecting to the higher self that is you, the true you. And it says you've pulled this card as an indication that you are connecting to your I Am Presence at a deeper level. Just like each of us has angels and spirit guides that walk with us in the higher realms, we also have an aspect of ourself that resonates in this higher state of consciousness. You just can't make this up. The I Am Presence is the all-loving, all-knowing, all-wise aspect of yourself that holds profound guidance and wisdom at all times. It resonates pure love and healing energy and is the angelic and divine aspect of our soul. Your I Am Presence pours its love and wisdom upon you, and you're being asked to open and receive its divine light. Your I Am Presence is calling for you to connect deeply with this divine aspect of yourself. If you've been feeling lost and lack direction, your I Am Presence holds the answers to your questions and is offering you divine guidance loud and clear. This aspect of yourself is the best guide for you right now. It's time to allow and trust yourself at this deeper level. You're being guided to take some time to strengthen and deepen this connection by meditating, writing, and doing those things that allow you to feel the higher vibration of your soul. There is an abundance of positive energy flowing to you as you walk closer with your I Am Presence, as it creates a deeper feeling of fulfillment and well-being in your life. It's time to listen and take note of the wisdom that's pouring into your soul at this time. This card may also indicate that you've been working on deepening the divine connection and that your life is starting to resonate more positivity. Your I Am Presence is celebrating your hard work and commitment to your higher state of being. Keep up the great work. And the affirmation for this card is, my I am presence shines brightly through me for all to see. So I love that. So much reiteration of the messages of everything we talked about. Definitely connecting to your I am presence, shining your light, like that 3 of coins, shining your authentic self to the world, shining that light that you are, that beautiful, beautiful light. So I just love it. Everything just comes together so beautiful for this for you. And I'm going to leave the reading there. I want to let you know too, throughout the winter solstice, I put out a bunch of different readings throughout the month, like monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates by each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs, and new moon, full moon readings, a bunch of different readings with messages for you. So if you don't want to miss out on those when they come out, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below, and that's going to make this little notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, then you can set your notification settings to get notified as soon as the readings come out, so you can be right on it as those messages come out for you. So it's really easy to do. But yeah, just know, as you are going through the winter solstice, and each and every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing winter solstice. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you take care.